Let's go. Let's rock and roll. You're late. Let's get this going. I got other stuff to do today, Lauren, except, it's not just like on you doing your show with you. Let's go.
Sorry, I'm here
I
now.
was going to open up with a hilarious bit that, you're in California. You're back in California yesterday. Well, this morning I stole Tanya's glasses. Okay. And Lauren, she's been freaking out for like 2 hours. She's been down there. She's been like, "Where's my glasses? I have to get to the doctor. I have a doctor's appointment I can't miss." And I'm up here and I've just been like, with these glasses on. I'm like, hide and seek, girl. We're playing a prank.
Bonnie, give them back. That's mean.
We're playing a prank for
You're a bully.
Ash Wednesday. Isn't that kind of like pranks?
Ash Wednesday?
Yeah,
No.
I thought it was like kind of mischievous. Like you give up chocolate or else you're gonna get smited or something.
No, I think it's more of a practice of like, and remembering because you gave up something. It makes
Remembering
you
what?
think of Lent. I don't know, Jesus.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna go get the sign of the cross on your face?
No, I haven't done that in a while.
Maybe you should. Maybe I should, based on what happened over the weekend.
What happened?
Lauren, you were there. You block things out, you dissociate, honey, and it's
I didn't know if
scary.
you wanted to talk about that on here.
Well, what choice do we have? I mean, last week was bad, and the fans were texting, DMing, sending emails. Where were you? You make my week. All this stuff. I mean, we had quite the emergency. I took a mental health day last week because Lauren and I got into a pretty severe car accident. And we're okay. We're okay. Maybe send a, don't you need to send us flowers or a basket or anything like that. But we did have a problem, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're kind of twins today. I just noticed this. I'm going on and on about this dumb thing that happened, and then I go, "Oh my god, twinning!" This is my husband calls this my women's correctional facility uniform because I got it when I was pregnant with my sons because I just needed like a big old navy piece of crap thing, and I've kept it ever since. It's very cozy. I wear it when I'm really scared.
Piece of crap thing.
Yeah,
it just looks like a black shirt.
Just a big black ugly. Sorry, I was going to say an adjective, and I thought that I can't say it around Lauren. Sweatshirt. What's on your shirt? Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
Are you?
Don't ask my favorite song
because you don't know them.
No.
You know what they say? They used to say, "Get the lead out." Like people who like Led Zeppelin. Anyway,
never mind.
Let's stay on track, please. Lauren and I were riding around. It was like last Tuesday or whatever, last Wednesday, Tuesday. And we were getting milkshakes at Sonic because we do love to do that. We love the orange sickle milkshake. We love the, which one do you like? The red hot?
No, the Oreo.
Yeah.
I don't like the gross ones that you like.
Well, I like to feel something. I like to have something like a hot tamale milkshake. And just be like, whoa!
Gross.
So, all right, well, we were riding around getting Sonic. And I was trying on shoes for my cousin's wedding, who's having her wedding in Lake Como in Italy. And I thought, we know you have money. Don't have to prove it. Don't have to rub it in my face. So I wanted some nice slingbacks. We were at Saks. We were doing stuff. And then it was time to head home. And Lauren knows that I like to do this. I like to hit the roundabouts like fast. Again, I like to feel something. I like to get the I'm like an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. It's normal. It's better than heroin. It's better than crack. I hit the roundabouts. What?
We literally like catch air when we go over the speed bumps.
Yeah. Well, we're like, Danica Kirkpatrick. What's her name? What's the driver's name? You would know.
I don't know.
That NASCAR driver that tries to pretend like she has a husband. Blah, blah, blah. we like to catch air. We like to get speed. So, we always make sure there's no cars in the way. This time,
Don't say we when
you
I'm sitting there screaming for you to stop.
okay. Well,
We don't like to. You just do it. You just like to go fast and torture me.
I like to go sometimes if I've had like a couple down days, like 5 in a row, I go get me them hot tamale milkshake, get me the Porsche Cayenne.
Yeah, you were very energized.
We're going to hit the gas. We're going to put the pedal to the metal and, just get the endorphins going.
I think
So,
this is a perfect time to tell you I don't think I'm ever going to drive with you again.
well, that's
I
not an
think it's gonna be
option because I'm your
gonna be
board. Yeah,
it's
not an
gonna be a
option.
boundary for me.
Okay. Okay, Lauren. So anyway, we always make sure there's no cars in the roundabout. And we were in the Porsche Cayenne, which has a big back, kind of a big ass car. And but what we didn't look out for this time was pedestrian. Was a person, not a car person.
Yeah. Yep.
Lauren and I ended up. We ended up.
It's not funny. It's not
No,
funny.
no. It's not funny. Legally, it's not funny at all. At all. Outside of the bounds of the judicial system. Okay, so we hit the middle of the roundabout and we struck my neighbor Dick on his bicycle. We hit him. And
You guys remember Dick?
yeah.
He's the one who Jacob caught his deck on fire when he was having a bonfire with his friends.
Yes.
So he's suing Bonnie.
Yes. He's suing us for damages to the deck. We also saw him, if you recall the episode when we went to Dick's for Black Friday, he was running around Dick's, trying to get bike stuff, trying to get neon shorts, trying to get patty shorts, and harassing me like, oh, why don't you get that boy a helmet, all this stuff. We've mentioned him before. He's kind of, he's my neighbor. We don't get along at all. That doesn't mean I tried to, it wasn't premeditated. I didn't know he was right. I didn't know he was in the roundabout. Who's riding their bike? You know what I say? I say that it's called a bike path. It's called a bike path. And they're all around the community. And I have no patience for people, taking their bike in the road with 2-ton cars.
Well,
that's not my problem. If you want to get on your crotch rocket, whatever, in the roundabout, do it at your own.
You said you didn't see him though.
I didn't
but
see him.
You pointed at him and yelled.
I think that was
you were yelling exactly what you just said now. Like, there's bike path. Right. And I think you got really caught up in.
I think what happened was, it's like, as I was saying, get on the bike path, jackass, I was also slowing down. Like, it was all kind of reacting at once. And here's the thing, okay? Before everybody gets up in arms, it's not like I crushed his skull. We hit the back tire, and he went flying. He went flying.
He's fine, everyone. Just by the way,
perfectly fine. The bike's not fine. The bike's bent halfway to hell. So that's not good. But he didn't have a head injury, a spine injury, a neck injury. He fractured his ankle. Okay, so that's not something to get hysterical about. That's not something we don't need to. We don't need to call the police. Well, I freaked out, so I called John, and I had John call an ambulance because I just didn't really want my name in the mix at all. We drove off, but we didn't drive off. We didn't do a hit and run. We just went to the next development, the next neighborhood, and kind of pulled in and laid low to the side. But we did get him medical help. You want to know my theory?
I would love to hear your theory.
My theory is that guy wanted a scuffle. I think he wanted to fight. I think he saw me and thought, now I'm really gonna ruin this bitch. I'm gonna ruin this I'm gonna ruin her life. I'm gonna have her hit me with her car, and she'll be done.
Are you sure it wasn't because he flipped you off the other day? You think him riding in his bike going what, like 10 miles an hour
I
tops,
mean, he's like what, 80?
saw your big car coming going
Purple people eater, my purple Porsche Cayenne. Yeah,
50, probably 50 miles an
I could do
hour
that.
down
Yeah,
down to 25.
yeah. And I
Um,
think he said, "This, I'm gonna get her. This is gonna be it. She's gonna be done."
yeah, that doesn't sound likely.
Well, we're already in court of the deck, so we'll just tack this on the back. I have an excellent attorney. Friends with the judge. I'm not worried about it. I'm not losing sleep over it. He put like this forward-facing video of him talking about what happened on Nextdoor. Oh, Bonnie Barnes hit me with her car, broke my ankle. We got to get this bitch out of the neighborhood. So I reported that to Nextdoor. So we'll see what happens. So we're just a little tit for tat, but he's fine. So I'm not, Lauren,
Yeah.
last week I really went to a dark place. I really said, I can't do this. I can't fight. I don't have the fight in me to deal with Dick. And this was before the accident, because yes, he did flip me off. And he flipped me off at the grocery store, flipped me off. And I tried to get a picture of it. I said, Caleb, get your phone out because we're going to kind of play a cat and mouse game with it. And so then that was before the accident. So that's why I kind of was like, I need to get my spirits up. Let's go take this bitch out. Let's go take the car out. Let's go get some miles on these tires. And that's when it happened. So I had to take the week off. It is what it is. I'm glad you were there because you saw, that wasn't anything on my end. That was on his end.
I didn't say that.
Okay. Well, let's change the subject. My husband John went to a golf tournament. Okay. It's one of his favorite things to do. And I'm actually not allowed to go to this specific tournament because about 10 years ago, me and my girlfriends thought it'd be hilarious to streak. We streaked. We were like young, we were like younger. But they said we can't come back for like 12 years or so. There's some stipulation. So I couldn't get, but
You did. That's hilarious.
I know it was really funny. It was really, I mean, our bodies back then were like, killer. We were just like, let's show it off. John didn't like it, but who cares? He sent me a video of Tiger Woods, and Tiger's kind of coming down the stairs. I'll post it. Are you sick? Ugh. Are you sick?
No, I'm not sick.
Maybe it's like mold in your apartment or dust.
I
Have you ever
maybe.
thought of that? Like maybe there's
Maybe.
mold in the floorboards. You cough a lot. So he shows this video of Tiger coming down these steps. And to be honest, he was kind of limping. I thought, okay, well, maybe take a break, maybe get a massage. And all these people were like, Tiger, like, you got this, Tiger. You're the best there's ever been, blah, 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 all this stuff. And I just thought, how do I get that energy in my life? How do I get that type of love, that type of community, that type of, I want people to see me on the street. I want people to see me at Saks, see me at, Piggly Wiggly and say, we love you, Bonnie. You got this, girl. Don't worry
I
about it.
think
Keep it
you
going.
definitely have an energy about you. I think people do see you. Your energy is it's unique.
How would you describe my energy? Because I just want to get that. I want to get that hometown pride around what we're doing, around the podcast, around the show, around the journey. I want people to be on my journey. I want people to, whenever I have a Need True Hollywood story or some HBO special about my life, I want people to be like, yeah, like I witnessed that. I was a witness.
Yeah, I think your energy can be a little overwhelming for some people, but I think like deep down, like you have a
Tanya,
kind
they're up
energy.
here. They're up here. Come up and get them. I'm not coming down doing the podcast right now. Sorry, Ann, what were you saying?
Oh, we were talking about your energy.
Mm-hmm.
Abrasive, loud, chaotic.
I got water in the wrong pot.
I think you're beautiful physically, but you're almost like a siren,
What's
you
that?
know? A siren.
Siren. That sounds like something from the Bible. A siren. Like,
Yeah.
wee, Mrs. Officer, like that.
Um,
Do you
they
remember
like
that song?
lure. Yeah, of course.
I loved that song. When that's when I
I
like
know
just
you
had
do.
I just had Caleb, and we would always play that in the car in his car seat. He'd be like, you know, bet you wish your name was Mrs. Carter, huh? You know. I'm sorry, you were talking. I keep interrupting you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You should Google a siren later.
Not right now.
Or you could do
Is
it
it
right
some
now.
kind of porn thing, Lauren?
No.
Okay, good.
It's from like Greek mythology.
Okay. Fall asleep. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't quite agree with your analysis of me. I think that I am warm and loving and open, and I share my testimony with people. And I think people kind of see me as sort of a Michael Jordan type, kind of a, take no prisoners, competitive yet loving and charismatic. So I do not agree with that. Um, How would you describe your own energy then, if that's how you describe me? If you're describing me as chaotic, how would you describe yourself? I mean, look around.
Um, I think I'm a little more calming and passive, and I kind of let just things come to me. And I feel like that lets people feel like comfortable talking to me. Um, in fact, most of the people we've worked with have actually told me they prefer talking to me instead of you.
Okay, well, they're telling you that to make you feel better because you're the help, and quite literally that's your job to assist. So, it's like, to put this in perspective for you. When I walk by Trisha's house and her gardener's there, and I'll be like, "Good morning," and I'll say, "Remind me of your name again," and then
Mhm.
I'll get in the car with you, and I'll say, you want to make people feel like they're equal. I think that's what you're experiencing, and I think you're confusing that for something else. Does that make sense?
Sure.
I think that your energy is
Yeah, I was about to ask, what do you have to say about my energy?
it's a little brittle. That's why we've mentioned this a couple times on the podcast. But my friend Robert at Neiman Marcus, who dresses me, and we're great friends. We do a lot in the community together, a lot of charity work, a lot of, we just have great synergy. He had when you went in to do the Bobby Brown makeup tutorial class because you had to learn how
Yep.
to do makeup. He said you just were so like you kept talking over him, getting inside jokes with the other people in the group, kind of pulling a mutiny on Robert, said you wouldn't stop talking about, different things you'd watched on Netflix, different conspiracy theory videos, weird stuff. You're like,
I was making some friends.
I think that your energy is a little more brittle than you think. It's a little more like my way or the highway. I'm the one who knows what's going on in the world. I'm the one who's stressful.
I've never heard it put like that before.
Yeah. How would you describe your girlfriend Alexis's energy? I would describe her as like ethereal goddess supermodel. She's like a 90s supermodel, like just
I
swaying in and
told
out of
you
rooms.
we need to stop talking about her on this. She asked me to have us stop.
She did not. I talked to her last night. So stop trying to get in the middle of our friendship because she did
Okay,
not.
no, you didn't talk to her last night. I was with her last night.
I'm gonna
She's
have to do.
lying. She's lying, and I
I'm gonna
don't
have to
know
do a
why.
demerit system. See this highlighter? We're gonna do demerits. Hey, and I'm gonna just do them on my hand. 1. You get to 3. You don't want to know what happens when you get to 3.
Are you gonna run me over with your car?
How dare you? How dare you say that? Because good and well, good and plenty, what happened. So,
It was a joke. I'm sorry.
can I ask you a question?
Uh-oh.
Is your still in black?
No, it's painted a color. It's like a green
Black.
teal.
Black.
No, it's not black.
See, I picture you guys like not Alexis, but you like getting too high and listening to the Rolling Stones and like, let's just paint the ceiling black. And
It sounds like something you and Kathleen would do.
have you talked to Kathleen?
No,
You haven't talked to her at all in like the last 10 days?
I've been trying to avoid.
Well, she's at an all inclusive in Costa Rica, and which she invited me to go. And I think Deb was actually kind of debating going, like, because they've kind of become friends since they've been doing those. What's it called?
Dating.
No, they're not
What are you
dating
doing
one.
with your hand there?
I was doing a self
Scissoring?
defense. Self defense. Since she's been taking class, so I think it's like a group of Kathleen's friends. But then Deb chickened out, didn't want to go. Felt like she'd be odd man out, but I guess something happened, Lauren, where Kathleen was on one of the slides. Well, it's like an all inclusive,
Mhm.
It broke while she was on it. Snapped. I'm thinking someone's doing some brouhaha witchcraft on us, on our family, on our group, on our clan, because weird stuff is happening.
Yeah. Who
Do you not care? Do you not care that she fell 13 feet and thankfully she fell in the water and not
Oh,
the
that's
cement.
fine.
She'd
Yeah.
be dead if she hit cement.
She's fine.
And you'd be like, yeah,
I thought
Kathleen's dead.
I hadn't heard from her for a while because you were, weaning her off a little bit.
No, Kathleen, I like having Kathleen around. I feel safe. I feel, she's just
I wasn't gonna bring it up because I thought that would remind you
what?
to bring her back in.
Oh no,
I
she's just
thought
on
you were
vacation.
feeling safe again.
No, she's on vacation. She tells me she tells me, oh my god, just put me out of my misery. Just shoot me in the backyard. She told me that she got the WhatsApp, for people who
Yep.
talk to people in other
I
countries.
know WhatsApp.
Okay.
Mhm.
I know WhatsApp. Be professional.
Well, I installed it on your phone. Don't you remember?
No, forgot. She said she's messaged you a couple times from Costa Rica, actually, and she's not heard back. And this is post-accident. So I thought, that's pretty lame.
Lame.
Yeah, that you wouldn't respond. That she's reaching out going, hey, I know Bonnie, I hope Bonnie let you know I was in a severe accident, cracked my rib on the water, cracked my rib at the lazy river.
Is that my problem?
Well, I thought maybe you could just respond and say, sorry to hear that, XOXO, see you soon, or something,
Maybe it's just the time change and I missed it,
What are you gonna, because after we get off air, I expect you to go to your WhatsApp, and so what are you gonna say?
I'll check in with her. I'll say something nice.
Like what?
Say, hey, Kathleen, sorry I heard what happened.
Hey, kitty cat.
30 feet into the water off the swing.
Sorry you snapped your, cracked your, she ruptured a kidney.
And I'll say, did you hear about Bonnie? Did you hear she had...
We're not putting that in writing. Nope.
Okay, then maybe I shouldn't text her because...
Oh, because you can't trust yourself not to... What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know if I could control myself. I might just tell her about Dick, so I probably shouldn't.
I thought, honestly, Lauren, I thought maybe you weren't responding to her because you're like trying not to play with fire because maybe you had like developed a crush or something. That's kind of what I thought. I thought maybe she's just thinking.
You thought what?
I thought maybe, Kathleen's like, this little bitch isn't responding to me, and I think that's totally rude and totally insensitive. And I thought, well, maybe Lauren's not responding because she's starting to get feelings and she doesn't want to play with fire,
Me.
Burning ring of fire.
Me. I have feelings for Kathleen.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's funny, Bonnie.
When I say it out loud, I'm thinking that's maybe probably not right.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay, well.
Why don't you give Tanya her glasses back?
I'm glad to get back into the saddle for our fans with such a riveting episode we got here.
I think this is pretty interesting, pretty funny.
Do you? Have you ever seen, I'll just leave it. Oh, I'll sign off on this. This is something to think about. When you wear your hair like that, have you ever heard of what was the show? It's TLC. What was the show? Duggards. What was it called? The
I don't know.
Duggards? The Duggards. They were like Mormon or something, but all the gals would do kind of the thing you're doing, half up, half down, because they said it was like very feminine, but would also keep the hair out of their face for washing the clothes by hand and stuff. Something to think about.
Think I look Mormon?
I know. I think you look best with that hair right, all on top of the head. Like
You like the top knot?
yeah, because I think it's kind of like uh what's that song like? How does that go? Three birds sat at my window. What's that song, Lauren? You know it.
I do know. Wait.
How does it go? That's what you remind me of. Or like Lauryn Hill. You just have like you just make more sense to me. When your hair's like this, it doesn't quite make.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you tell me these things. Then I can change and make sure that I look the way you want me to look.
Okay, great. Well, everyone, thank you for listening to this piss poor episode of this podcast. We hope you'll come back next week. We hope you write to us. We do have to get back to again, I'm looking through I don't run our social media. Lauren runs our social media, but sometimes I'll go through because as an employer, as a boss, you have to kind of sometimes be play big brother on people's work. And you have not responded to that DM. We got to get back to that fan about they wanted us to come to their bunko party, and you just ignored it. And that's going to be that's almost cause for termination. We had to get back to that girl because we're going to make that happen for her.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So please.
You told me that was spam, but I'll reply.
Well, I thought it was spam. When you first told me about it, I go, she never knows what she's talking about. She's I need a new social media intern in here. But then when I went and looked, I realized, no, that's a message from a fan. So I
tried to show her.
Okay. Well, we are going to do that for them. We're going to make a wish come true. So you need to respond to her immediately. Okay. Well, I wish y'all the best this week. It is a special week for the Catholics. And we salute you. So have a great week, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, America.